then I'll get the streams all synced up. There we go, 2, 1, and we're off. Alright, KoolandtheGank is a little bit ahead, so we'll slow him down. Get these things synced up. Early P-Bag cave find for KoolandtheGank. KoolandtheGank in the exact same cave. Bear with me just for a moment while we get this synced. There we go. Make my timer sync to their time. And they both find the raft at 34 seconds in. Making me do some early work here. Let me get my thing updated. So we got Saria fine. They're both going to go grab that mirror, and then we'll see what spell we get here. Oh wow, early thunder, but it is quite expensive, so neither one of these guys can cast it yet. It looked like it was 117, but we'll see how that drops along the course of the race. And as always, let me know if the audio sounds balanced, if I miss anything on the tracker, just everything in general. So a Raru find for KoolandtheGank. KoolandtheGank not having fun with these MOAs. So it looks like these guys are in the north of the western half. Life find here for Cool in Raru. Excuse me. That means no fairy spell, so no palace are going to be required. Unless they end up finding the trophy and the water of life over here to get them fairy or the any key. Not what KoolandtheGank wanted to find. It's very castable. It looked like it was 35 for life, so these guys will have it at their disposal if they ever need it early on here. Both these guys going into forest tiles looks like they might be looking for Bagu or maybe just a early P-Bag to get some free levels. But it looks like we have a free pass over here on the right to go from the north to the south. And we'll see how far we can get with that. We have a trophy cave find for KoolandtheGank. I don't think Cool came in here. And we're going to find some boots. Magic container find for KoolandtheGank. And vanilla magic container in the magic container cave. We got a grass tile here on KoolandtheGank side. See what's hiding in here. this is that P bag he was looking for. This is a Candles P bag, so 500 experience points will get him easily attack 2, and we'll see what else he wants. He's going to have 223 coming out of this grass encounter. Looks like I can give you guys some more KoolandtheGank stream, so let me get this all stretched out for you. He's a little bit stretched. And an any key find. So palaces may be required now. Yes, these runners are 1 and 2. I'm going to be joined here on commentary by TheCowness.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, let me crank you a little bit more. I got a little bit of echo on your side.
Yeah, just give me 1 sec here and I'll fix that.
That's fine. Alright, so Palace find. It looks like Palace 4. KoolandtheGank jumps right in with the key. And he sees the 1-up and he turns around immediately.
Alright, this is any better?
Let's see. Yep, it looks like it's perfect. Oh, no,
okay, perfect.
I got some.
Oh, turn it down a little bit more here.
Okay. Alright, so, what you've missed so far is they both found the raft in the very first cave. It was the P-Bag cave. Then
Nice.
they both got thunder from Saria, and they both got life from Raru. KoolandtheGank has found the any key in the boots, and KoolandtheGank hasn't found anything more.
I see. And looks like we've got KoolandtheGank in 1 right now.
4.
And
I don't know what he's still doing in 4. Maybe you are right. Maybe it is 1.
yeah, it's the only one with a fairy there.
Okay, well then. I didn't see him go into 1. I saw him go into 4, I thought, but... Or maybe we had Cool go into 4 and KoolandtheGank go into 1. I'll let chat let me know if I'm dumb. Cannot hear Jack. I can fix that.
Okay.
That should be better.
Can you hear me now, Zarnax?
Oh, I can crank you some more. Oh, there's always reasons to tell me I'm dumb. Alright, so KoolandtheGank looks like he's coming through the backwards of Fairy Cave. I don't know where he's planning on going with that.
Hard to say, I haven't seen too much of the shape of the overworld, but it's entirely possible that he thinks he's blocked from either the north or south half of the continent otherwise. We got Horsehead over on KoolandtheGank's side. Might be a longer than usual Horsehead fight at attack level 2, but Horsehead's no problem. I'm sure KoolandtheGank has got this.
And I think he set up,
Ooh.
I think he set up level-wise to go ahead and take attack if he finishes this out.
I shouldn't have spoken so soon.
Well, Cool found the boots in the trophy cave.
Those boots were made for walking, yes.
Yeah, the boots really make Death Mountain very trivial when it's on a coast.
They can anyway. There's only the one side of Death Mountain that'll have coast accessible to it. So
That's
it's
true.
entirely possible that there could still be a huge maze And we got Horsehead down. Nice 100 pointer there.
Oh, and he's going to be short.
Down is and presumably will take Magic 3 here. Or he'll just burn the gem. I respect that decision.
Yeah, Jackamus strats. Thanks, AutoShy. I'll update that real quickly.
And KoolandtheGank's gonna pick up that magic container inside Magic Container Cave. Not terribly random. I think we need to have some angry words with Digshake later on. And we got Cool checking out Palace 1. He's thinking about it. And he's just gonna turn right around for now.
Yeah, he definitely found 4 earlier, so that means that we have 1 and 4 on the West Continent.
Nice 500 points on TheCowness' side on the grass tile. Should be picking up that attack level 3 very shortly.
Yeah, he shook his head there when the blue potion dropped. He did not want to see that.
No, but still plenty of opportunities to get a meager 20 points. Have a look at Death Mountain? Not really. Just checking that one cave that he could get into. Anyone headed east yet with the raft?
They haven't. I expect to see TheCowness take that route right now.
Well, for now he's found the old medicine cave. We shall see what's at the back of this.
Yeah, and Cool's gonna make his way into one.
He's gonna have a look around there. Got a heart container inside Medicine Cave. Never an unwelcome find in Randomizer.
So, TheCowness just burnt 540 experience. I don't think he ever got the extra 20 he needed to get up to attack.
Yeah, kind of surprising. There were plenty of little small fries in the cave that he could have taken care of to get 20 points there, but in the interest of speed, you want to keep moving. If you can save yourself backtracking a couple of screens with an up and A, it's usually a solid choice there, but you know, I would have personally probably taken the extra 10 seconds to just beat one of these on the way there.
So,
attack level 3 and then take the up A.
Chat's updating us, and it was actually just 4 experience away. If he would have taken out that Geldarm, he probably would have had it.
Yeah, I wasn't quite looking at the total there, just saw him up A and he didn't have attack 3. Those blue iron knuckles, those can be very killer in the early game if you're trying to do early palaces, especially if you don't have a down stab. But if you almost had it, not quite. There is a way to jump over them without taking damage, but it's really, really tight. Finds a dead end and turns right around. He's got the any key after all.
Oh, I did miss him picking that up, so I will update that.
You said he found the any key.
That was TheCowness that found it, but I possibly Cool also found it.
Keep our eye out next time he pauses. I can't really see him not getting the key if he doesn't have a magic key, so I would assume that he found it. Nothing on Maze Island as of yet. Can be a little annoying to find the 2 items buried in there. He does have the boots though, so he can circumvent a lot of the force tiles. We found the first one, and the item is the child. Spell items are always something that you're pleased to find there, because more often than not, you're going to need at least one of them for those crucial Reflect and Thunder spells.
As the case was in your race just not too long ago. So he was able to hop past that blue Luzalfos without taking any damage that time, and picks up the cross.
Doesn't quite get back, but he doesn't have to worry about the blue Luzalfos anymore, because he's right by the exit, and he's found both the items on Maze Island. Cross is probably not what he was looking for, but it's still early enough in the race that having the cross is fairly nice for a lot of those nasty graveyard and swamp encounters on the east side.
Yeah, I'd have no complaints about being able to be on Maze Island 16 minutes in. This is quite nice. He sees the palace on Maze Island. I didn't get to see what it was, but he up A's from it instead of staying over there.
I didn't quite catch it either. It wasn't in there long enough for me to have a look at the totem. Maybe someone in chat saw what it was.
No, I want to say it was two, but
I'm gonna guess it was probably the 3 or 6 totem.
Yeah, it's what Sports Hefe say.
I could see if you have the key, I'd say you'd probably at least take a look at 5 or 2, but 3 or 6 have a high probability of either being blocked by the glove or blocked by fairy, or both. We got KoolandtheGank putting the business to Horsehead here. And Horsehead is down.
Yeah, he's going to tie it up with gems right here.
And he's gonna keep going and place the gem. Good decision. You gotta keep moving in these races.
Yeah, he doesn't do the TheCowness or Jackmas strat of up A, but
yeah. TheCowness almost walked right out of that cave, but then he flew in. Oh, wait.
So that cross is paying off for him with 3
that
MOAs.
Helping out incredibly with all those eyes there. It's a death sentence if you can't see them, that's for sure. We got another heart container.
He won't complain.
Helps the old not dying aspect of the game.
Yeah, this room would be a nightmare without that cross. I mean, it's a nightmare with the cross.
But I'm assuming that they can't cast it yet. Otherwise, this would be some prime real estate for that, to just get those guys out of the way.
Yeah, level 1 Thunder was 117, and I haven't seen what it was at 2.
Oh, we got Cool in the same cave, and he turns around. I guess he wasn't aware that there's an item at the back there. Luckily for him, it is just a heart container. Got Katsudo on both sides. And we got a jump spell. Another town, which is going to be the other Kasuto.
That's ironic that the Nukasudo they built in the middle of a graveyard.
Magic containers. Just walk right on in and grab that item. What's it gonna be? 500 points. Okay, and this is gonna take life level and bank the rest of those points. Meanwhile, KoolandtheGank's gonna move up to attack level 4. We got a pretty tight race right now. Both players inching towards the house with the spell. But will it be the spell, or will it be the fire, or something else? We got fairy.
Yeah, the biggest advantage that TheCowness has right now is the spell items that he picked up.
Yeah, could be an advantage. The only free spell left is in Firetown with that Thirsty Broad.
And both these guys are still looking for Reflect, so...
Yeah, that's the last necessary spell to find.
I don't think either one of them will...
Now they're pretty much in the same area.
I don't think either one of them will want for shield, since they have life at least.
It can be nice to have both, but one or the other is usually sufficient.
We have some interesting artifact that happens on TheCowness side. I don't know if it's his capture card or his stream.
A little blurry, but it's not the end of the world. And Cool remembered that that cave did have an item at the back of it, but it's just a heart container. I'm sure he's not too disappointed with that, though. TheCowness has taken an up and A. Wouldn't be surprised to see him head to Mito here to cash in both medicine and pick up the good old down stab. And we got Cool right behind him, screen for screen right now.
Yeah, the only difference is that I don't think Cool ever picked up the Medicine of Life. So he's just going for the down stab.
Could be our first real big momentum swing here if we end up finding Reflect buried underneath the old medicine there.
Oh, and I'm told that he did pick up the Water of Life, so this is a fine move by him.
Ah.
Sorry guys, it's not like we're trying to pay attention to two screens at the same time.
I think my problem is when I'm not actually playing one of these, it's pretty easy to lose track of who did what. It's like, I saw someone get this, but I think it was the other guy.
Yep, that's what happens a lot here.
These Zelda 2 races can be pretty hard to follow in the early going when everyone's just going all over the place picking up all sorts of stuff there. It does settle down into a nice easier to follow situation once all the initial flurry of item collecting is out of the way. We're getting close to that point here with most of the free items pretty much accounted for now. Still missing the all-important gloves, so we're probably going to see a lot of palace dives for items. We picked up a fire spell, which could be interesting.
It's tied with jump.
Oh, it is tied with jump. We already know that. Okay, okay. And the palace right next to it appears to be number 5. TheCowness is acting fearless. Looking at his webcam, he doesn't seem too comfortable with what he's doing, but he's doing it all the same. And Cool is thinking about it. He elects not to go through 5 just yet.
Yeah, we all know 5's gonna have the glove.
It's entirely possible. Have we seen the item in 4 yet?
No. Because we saw the item in 1, which was the dingleberry.
A lot of right options for Cowness in 5, which is what you want to see when you're just looking to beat the bosses and go, but he's here for the item, that's for sure. Thinking it might be that glove. We got KoolandtheGank finding this in cave. He's going to pick up another nice heart container in just a moment here. Takes a little lava bath, saves a few seconds walking back out.
Yeah, Cowness is in the room that has the jar and the block. He could have got a magic refill and then refilled his life, but
I know there's a magic jar in one of the rooms like that, but I couldn't tell you which one it is. I'm not King Doll.
yeah, it's the one with all the big enemies that has no key door or repetitive enemies.
Ah. Handy to know.
And this room is the one that doesn't have a key door, has the jar.
That one I was aware of. And we got a dead end on Cowness' side. I'm not sure if he realizes that he's in a dead end. No, he does.
Most of it, J. Coper. They ended up going to the east. They got a couple of towns, and then they went to Maze Island. Then he went ahead and up 8 and got down stab, and that's about all that we've seen. Nobody has found Naburu yet.
A little more of east right now.
And nobody found Darunia yet. Yeah, but like Jack says, we got Cool over here on the east now, so this could be interesting.
Looks like he was taking a look to his right. He must have a notepad or something there.
Yeah, possibly. He hasn't been out to Maze Island yet either, so we'll see if he goes there.
He's just snarfing up those 500-point bags. Yum, yum, yum. Delicious levels. They're good for you. Having a quick look over at Maze Island here.
I don't know what
Find
Cowness.
500 points.
Yeah, I don't know what Cowness was waiting for there. Maybe he wanted to see what was coming out of the drippers, and they weren't spawning because too many sprites.
Yeah, that happens a lot in Palace 5. The drippers just don't spawn something because there's too many fire dropping moas flying around, or those monkey things throwing those little candy bars all over the place. I know that wasn't a very good description. I always thought of them as monkeys throwing candy bars, though. found us a plunger. KoolandtheGank can go clean out some toilets with that.
I took my eyes off of it. Did Cool clear Bane's Island then?
Yeah, he found both the items.
Okay.
And Cool's found Darunia. Leaving nothing up to chance, he's grabbing the upstab. It's possible, but very unlikely that you can be upstab blocked in Great Palace.
Yeah, it's just one type of room that can cause it.
Yep. And at least on the short Great Palace settings, those rooms often don't exist. So, a lot of the time, it's hard to say if it's worth going out of your way to get upstab when you're playing with a short Great Palace. If you're playing with a full Great Palace, though, you should probably get it every time, because it's pretty often that you need upstab to get through Great Palace in that situation.
Yeah, my general idea is if I'm on these Swiss flags, is only get it if I'm going through Darunia anyways. I'm not going to go out of my way for it though.
Yeah, exactly. On the Swiss flags, it's very unlikely that you'll end up being upstab blocked in Great Palace.
I need to pay better attention to Cool's screen. He just went through Darunia and I didn't see his spell.
Oh man.
So we'll see next time he presses start.
TheCowness not having much luck finding that item inside of Palace 5.
Oh, he got the item in 5. He's looking for Guma now. He got a flute.
Oh, right. There was the old plunger there.
Yeah, a 3-2-3 Guma at that, so this will be interesting.
So
Pretty
we'll see
sure.
how we approach it.
Pretty sure he just went through that room. The other way.
We've got Palace 2 on Cool's side.
So we have 150 XP Iron Knuckles dripping.
That's not too bad at all. Good opportunity to gain some levels if you think you're going to need them, and with KoolandtheGank in 5, it's perhaps not a bad idea to try to beef himself up a little bit for that Guma fight. Or you can just cheese him.
And we'll see what happens. He's getting some good drips right now, though. He's just 2 kills away from a level.
Up to attack 4. And he looks satisfied with that. He's going to keep going looking for the old Guma there. And over on Cool's side, it looks like we found the last town.
Yeah, that one's Darunia. He's already been in there.
Oh yeah.
He's looping back around.
So it was. You have to forgive me. It's it's confusing to commentate one of these races after you just did one, because you have your seed that you just raced still fresh in your mind, and you're starting to see things and think things are already found and stuff when they're not.
Yeah, I can't even imagine people who do back-to-back races constantly.
it usually ends badly. And we found the glove on Ocean Tile.
So Cool's looking down, trying to see if he's in full dig shake mode yet.
Just needs that reflect spell, but he's got everything else he needs.
Yeah, unless it's going to be trophy blocked again.
.50-50 shot at this point.
KoolandtheGank is spending a lot of time here in 5.
Not the friendliest layout from the looks of it. He has found Gooma now, though.
And he's definitely set up to take attack 5 if he can get through this battle. Unfortunately, jump is fire, so he's just pushing him backwards.
Yeah, that's the downside. That little fireball pushes him off the screen quicker. It's like we've got a half Gooma cheese going on. He's letting him come out a little bit further, but he's using that jump spell to get out of the way of the mace. Oh no, we walked right into him. Right back in there, still sticking with the jump strats. Luckily, it seems like Gooma got randomized a little lower than what he normally has. It's still going to take a good amount of hits to put him down. Tense moments here for KoolandtheGank. Last life, you don't want to be game over in here. Just one more. There you go. KoolandtheGank with the clutch finish. As cool. Looks like he's inside 3 right now. Quite a lovely combination of enemies right there. .300 off Blue Iron Knuckle is not too shabby.
No, but can we take a moment to
Can
we take a moment to appreciate this pink?
Heading back east, he's gotta find that ocean tile. It's nice that he doesn't have to worry about 5 anymore, but the more time he wastes looking in the wrong places for that glove, it's gonna have him fall a little bit further behind here. Only 1 hit to knock the rider off the horse. I'm not sure Cool was expecting that. There we go. Playing it a little safer this time. Make sure you get the Iron Knuckle in the corner for the nice, cheap, easy kill.
Yeah, he still can't get on top of him and get the good bounce, but he does take care of him.
I think he was trying to jackhammer him a little bit. You let yourself get inside the hitbox when he's flashing, and then jump and start mashing on it, you can jackhammer him fairly effectively. It's really tricky though.
So we're tied up 2-2. Both runners have picked up upstab.
In terms of dungeon length, though, there's really no comparison between 3 and 5.
No, definitely not. But it will play a factor is if Cool doesn't need to dig the item out of 5.
There's still much on the east that is unknown. Plunger may still be necessary.
Yeah, nobody's seen the entrance to...
That's a strange looking Valley of Death.
Yeah, nobody has been down in there yet, so we'll see.
It's got a path of tombstones instead of lava for some reason.
So we got a shield pickup for KoolandtheGank.
I kind of feel like they have to start trying and seeing where some of those caves get.
Yeah, we're in desperation mode for Nibiru here. Both players want to know if they need that trophy or not.
You really want to eliminate that unknown before you start digging for too many items. KoolandtheGank does have that flute though.
It puts it to use immediately.
Up here. Well, there's one cave there. Is it an item cave? It is.
Now we'll see what item it is, but he's still missing that glove. I don't believe I saw him go on the water tile yet.
Glove is still an unknown. Got another heart container there. Not what KoolandtheGank was hoping to see, I'm sure. Stutter step KoolandtheGank to dodge an encounter. We've got the Nibiru found now.
Yeah, and it might be Nibiru being blocked by flute.
Nibiru is reflect. This could get very interesting. We haven't quite seen the entire lay of the land up on the north side there. It's still possible that one of those pass-through caves will get there.
I did see the Darunia pass over there, so we'll see where that leads to as well. And sure enough.
Oh, nope, there's the other side of the pass right there. Cool heads up there. You can still get through.
So it looks like we can skip flute.
Yep, flute not required, but it was looking believable for a moment.
Oh, it looks like Palace 4 is up there too, maybe.
We've seen 4 already, haven't we?
Oh, we did. You're right. 4 was on the west, so
that should be Palace 6 or possibly Great Palace if we haven't seen that yet.
Correct. But we'll find out soon enough. KoolandtheGank is heading that way, it looks like.
Trudging through it. Yep, it is Palace 6, so we know that GP is in the Valley of Death.
So this is very interesting.
Meanwhile, Cool is in full dig shake mode now.
Yeah, and he'll be able to go into Palace
Gems
6.
and get her done. Countess just needs the glove. It's only on Ocean Tile, so hopefully he can track that down quick and keep this thing close. Cool is very slowly making his way into 6. And he knows he's got everything he needs from the looks of it. He's just plowing right through there. No hesitation at all. Time to have a look around. See how straightforward this Palace 6 is. Or how completely not straightforward it is.
We're gonna drop early.
That low magic could cause some problems, though. Berry's barely affordable right now.
He has not enough magic for jump.
Needs to build up momentum. Oh. Well, cool, not Canadian confirmed.
Yeah, you spent a lot of time in that hole today.
How dare you?
And while we were watching him jump that gap, TheCowness snuck into the water tile and stole the glove, so he's now entered full on dig shake mode himself.
Both at 2 gems apiece. Mighty interesting race now. I'd give Cool a slight edge here because he's completed a longer palace and is currently exploring the other big palace. But this is a race. We have a legitimate race going on right now.
Yeah, it really comes down to how much time is Cool going to spend in 5.
That's going to be a factor, and then the other big factor from here on, execution. This is very much the skill part of the randomizer now. You've got the puzzle all sorted out. Now you have to play the game. And are these players, are their skills up to par?
Cool, a little bit hesitant to go get that item out of 6, but does indeed turn himself around and go back for it.
Most likely hoping for a magic container, I would say, and that is what it is.
So have you had a chance to?
That's what he wanted to see.
Have you had a chance to spy what Thunder costs now?
I have not. Well, they haven't leveled up their magic in about 20 minutes apiece, so it's still probably the same. That extra magic container for Cool, I think, makes it affordable. I think it was 94 or 95 or something like that.
So there was no discount for Magic 3. So back to the Canadian hole.
And just right down. We know we gotta go somewhere different now. TheCowness is hacking his way through 3 here. Wasn't a particularly long palace. A little problem with those Stalfos pinning in between the 2 of them.
A little bit of Night at the Roxbury action going on.
plenty of room on KoolandtheGank's side, and he's just going to ignore those enemies. No sense trying to start a fight that's just going to get you killed.
Yeah, it looked like he wanted to cast Thunder on them, but realized that he didn't have enough for it yet.
Cool. Looked like he was going for some yak hammer. Oh.
Oh, wow, that balance.
Whoa! I don't think I'd be brave enough to try that with attack 5, but that worked out pretty well. He's not going for it again. He's just playing it safe now. And wisely so. Very nice fight.
And just enough to get over the hump. He's going to take attack 6 here.
Yeah, that worked out for him perfectly. He's smiling on that webcam, that's for sure.
Oh, I better mark that for him.
We got Rebo over on KoolandtheGank's side.
Yeah, he's not going to be set up to take the next attack level himself, so we'll see if he takes the magic level instead.
It's going to be kind of tough to predict what KoolandtheGank's is going to do here. We've already seen him burn a gem earlier on. I wouldn't be surprised if he does it again here.
That's also a possibility, yeah.
If he wants to get attack 6 as quick, no, he's going to take the experience this time. But if he was looking to get attack 6 as quickly as possible, all he had to do there is, if he's comfortable with his magic and life level anyway, just burn the gem, head to another palace, and hope he get a little more points on the way through.
Oh, he does indeed burn the gem in the end.
But not right away, though. That's a curious decision.
I think he forgot he was on Maze Island, and then realized he doesn't want to leave Maze Island, or walk out of Maze Island, so...
Could be, could be. So now we've got Cool inside 4.
And Thunder is definitely castable for him.
KoolandtheGank's looks like he's heading down towards that himself.
So it looks like it's a... Yeah, it looks like it's pretty good 4. Not too many traps to fall into.
No, just keep going right, and there's the boss. Don't really have to think or take too many decisions here.
Now, I'm curious to see how much Karak's going to be worth, because it could get Cool over the hump to get attack 7.
It's possible. 300 should do it. And he looks like he's either going to go for attack 7 or spend those 5,000 points to get his levels where he wants them.
Yeah, both are good decisions at this point. He still has 2 more palaces, so he can either invest now and up aid later, or he can take attack 7 and get even more levels later.
Yeah. I'm just laughing at Cool's webcam there. It looks like he sang a little victory tune as he placed that gem.
Yeah, you know, da 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 da.
Yeah, something like that.
So, KoolandtheGank's is not going to have enough experience to get over this hump.
Nope. So it'll be interesting to see if he burns yet another gem, or he's turning around. I'm not sure what he's doing now.
I think he's looking for a jar so he can reflect back these Wizard beams, but there's not going to be one in 4.
70. I see him shaking his head. He's regretting his decision to go back and grind already.
Let's see what else he can find.
Those Stalfos are only worth 50, I believe. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, especially since they suck the XP too. He is not happy.
Is he just going to take his losses and go back? There was another elevator he could try. Nope. He's going to just take the gem and move on. Probably the wise decision. It's really tempting to go back and grind to try and get a big payout from that crystal, but in the randomizer, it's not like vanilla where you can guarantee yourself so much experience. The big point enemies in the dungeon that you might used to be being there, they're not there. They're just those little raccoon things that give you nothing. Or, oh, I walked past like 3 blue iron knuckles, I'll be fine. And then all of a sudden, they're only giving you 70 points. It's a huge risk anytime you want to go back and grind.
So that little bit of grinding has given Cool a little bit of time in 5. He still hasn't found his way to Guma though, so we are dead even again at 4 gems apiece.
Yep. Cool needs 5 and 2, whereas KoolandtheGank needs 6 and 2.
Cool discovering the 150 iron knuckles dripping out.
Shouldn't have any interest in that at this point. His levels are looking pretty okay.
Yeah, he'll be able to sink a lot in when he gets to this gem placement.
That's one way he could go about it if he wants a ton of magic and life levels.
He should be in the 7,000 range.
Yeah, that'd set you for the rest of the game for sure if you did it that way.
Yeah, you'd be able to burn that last gem.
Going at slightly lower. Oh, we found that plunger. This looks like he's taking the long way around the eastern continent. He knows where 6 is. And looks like that's... No, he's gonna go do 2 first. Cool in 5, and Cow in 2. Am I still with you?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm sorry.
Okay. I think I must have cut out for a moment there. I was talking, but I heard no response. Looks like Cow was thinking about hitting a couple of those drippers on the way through.
Yeah, they're just getting despawned again by all the MOAs like you said her before.
Oh, get that fairy up. Oh, saves himself. After taking that life 5 though, that's just more experience that he needs if he's going to get attack 6 exclusively from the gem. He might have to cut his losses and go to attack 5, which is perhaps not ideal, but it's not that many more hits on Thunderbird as long as you're comfortable fighting him.
Yeah, it's basically what will come down to at this point. That in the Barba fight, but we saw a cool takedown Barba at attack 5.
Who put on a clinical performance in that Barba fight? Guma on Cool's side.
Yeah, I think we should be coming up to a helmet head
this
soon.
is not going to last very long. Trying to get in there with that jackhammer, just a little too high on the jump. But he takes him out, Guma's down, and only one more gem left for Cool.
So just 6,500 from this gem, but he should be able to get plenty of magic and life levels if he wants them right now.
Yeah, that would, I think, would be the smart play at this point. Attack 8 is honestly overkill in most situations. No, he's going for that attack 8.
It's curious play. It was a cheap attack 8 too, though.
Wants to make mincemeat out of Thunderbird. And for that matter, when he does get the helmet head, he ain't gonna last more than one hit, probably.
Yeah, he's going with those zombie strats. That might be enough to cast a shield spell.
Well, I suppose it's also possible that he's got another gem left. He could have taken attack 8 there to get even more experience from. But of course, that leaves you at the risk of attack 9. I don't think we've seen that in the tournament yet.
Be a bold play.
Head on KoolandtheGank's side. KoolandtheGank's a little beat up, but he's got some extra lives, so not a huge time loss.
Dying to helmet head is annoying, but jumping into him has to be the worst way to die. He's relieved to see that he can get attack 6. But because he is missing one of the magic containers that Cool found, that he's going to have to take a magic level and hope that Thunder becomes cheaper at some point.
He might have to take more than one. There's been seeds where I've seen players that didn't pick up enough magic containers be forced to grind up to magic level 8 on Lizalfos just to be able to cast that Thunder spell to finish up.
Yeah,
you get trapped where you think, oh, I should only need one more magic level to be able to cast Thunder, but you still can't do it. And then you still can't do it. And then it gets to the point where you spend 20 minutes grinding, and you're thinking, maybe I should have just went and looked for the magic.
Now, I think Cool got his from Palace 6, so that's still a possibility.
Yes, there was one in Palace 6, which we've got KoolandtheGank's in right now. And if you're following the meta and able to jump over Canadian Hole, that will take him right to the item room. Now we have to ask ourselves, is KoolandtheGank's Canadian?
Oh, he's on the wrong side for the key. It's on the other side, but it's not like he needs a key anyways.
Oh, not quite catching himself with Fairy. Didn't see too much of 6 when Cool was in there.
not that I remember.
It's often possible that there's multiple ways to get to the boss in 6, depending on how things line up. But now that he's gotten back to this room, I'm finding it less likely. And I blinked and Helmet Head is down.
Yeah, he's got the turtle helmet kill. So he hadn't even taken off his second helmet yet, and he was already dead.
And TheCowness just needs to quickly cleanse his lack of magic with some fire there.
If all else fails.
Exactly. And we've got Cool inside GP at 106. Pretty fast seed we've got going here.
Yeah, and here he goes with all the, he's going with some life, but I think he should sink some into magic to save him on Thunder Cost, maybe.
Yeah, here they come. 867, pretty beefy levels.
I only saw a glimpse, but I think it said 60 for Thunder at Magic 6. So it doesn't look like much of a reduction.
See levels. You usually don't see levels this high in the randomizer in a quick seed like this. So that's just really good experience management on Cool's behalf.
Oh, TheCowness just menued, and I didn't get to see what Thunder was at Magic 4 now.
We're at Magic 6.
Oh, I'm sorry, for TheCowness.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if he can cast it without finding that jar. Because he just found Barba. It does not look like it went down in cost at all.
I can see it. Oh, TheCowness! Getting in there with some yak hammer. I think he's gonna play it safe now when he's almost dead. Just one more hit. He's gone. TheCowness will be in GP pretty shortly. He's maybe only about 2 minutes behind, and there's still a lot of Great Palace left to explore and navigate your way through. We still got ourselves a race here. Nothing is decided yet, that's for sure.
Yeah, it really comes down to if Thunder just reduced in cost or not. And it might not be something that he's thinking of at the moment.
It's possible, no? We've got Thunderbird on Cool's side here.
He just checked it. Possibly. Oh yeah, he definitely just checked it. Thunder's 91 at Magic 5.
Oh. You know he'll be able to afford it at 6. Is he going to look for a container, or is he just going to grind out a level?
Yeah, Magic 6 is 2,200.
It can go by pretty quickly if the Zalfos are good points.
I don't think we've seen anybody kill one, so I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
He's beside himself, though. He cannot believe it.
We've seen a fair amount of junctions in GP so far. Not all of them, mind you. There's still a little bit of navigation left to do here. but Thunder being 9-1 kind of feels like that might be it for KoolandtheGank here.
So we got...
He looks like he is going to try to grind it out, but
150
experience on the Woods Alphos are not too great, sadly. $150 per.
And just 50 for the red guy, so...
Yep. There's no point going after the red guy. Hit the blue guy and go. He's got 8 more to do before he can afford his Thunder spell. He's running out of time. Yep, another hole to fall down. Has been pretty linear since Thunderbird. And we've got Dark Link. Pretty tame, great palace, all things considered.
Yeah. So there we go. 2 hits, 3. And there's 8.
And that'll do it. KoolandtheGank is victorious with a very impressive time of 72 minutes.
I don't think that's quite the fastest that we have so far, but...
It's up there, that's for sure.
I've extended the interview arm, so we'll see if he wants to come in.
Absolutely.
Meanwhile, we can continue watching KoolandtheGank grind out this experience to get up to his magic level that he needs.
Next battle will do it for him. He's not too far away.
Hey, what's up?
Hey, KoolandtheGank, GG.
How is I have no idea where KoolandtheGank is in the seed.
KoolandtheGank is on his way to GP right now. He ran into an issue.
So he was doing well too, right?
Yeah. This was a really tight race. You guys both played really well. You managed your levels a little better than KoolandtheGank did, and that ended up making a huge difference at the end because your magic level 6 made Thunder so much cheaper. KoolandtheGank found 1 less magic container than you did, so he cleared all the
one
palaces
in.
out.
I went to get the one in 6. I fought the Rebanak even though I didn't need to, and I thought, what if he gives me something worthwhile, you know?
Yeah, that ended up being a really smart play there. You would have gotten away with it because you were able to get so many levels, but at 5 containers, you straight up needed Magic 6 to be able to cast Thunder.
Saw how tight it was for Thunder, and I thought, yeah, I'm, you know, when I'm in doubt, I always go for the all-in attack. Like even try to level up other things. I stay at 7-3-3 or 7-3-4, and then right up until the, you know, until the end, and then I get my attack 9 and I put everything in the magic. And
yeah, that worked out really well for you. That is the highest experience levels that I've seen in quite a long time in this randomizer. Usually it seems like it doesn't quite work out when you're trying to abuse the gems for a lot of levels like that, but hey, you know, man, you managed your experience very well, and that definitely gave you an advantage towards the end with your inflated
You
levels.
agree that it's a safe strat, you know? You can die and lose experience, but you always, as long as you, then you're okay.
Yeah, plenty of time to make up for lost experience if you manage it well enough. And in your case, I don't really think you had any particularly wasteful game overs anywhere there. It didn't seem like you died a whole lot. Both you and Countess played really well in this one there.
Yeah, Countess is a player that you know, he doesn't play a lot, right? But when he does, he's very unpredictable. So I was worried.
And both of you put on a nice little show in the Barba fight. You both went in with attack level 5 at different times, mind you, and you both just jumped right on his head and went to town on him there. I was going nuts.
Yeah. But that's always fun. Like, I've been posting some really good times now, and I used to have even with a good seed. Like, this seed was straightforward, but it was still spell item blocked. It wasn't. Thunder was in 5. Reflect was in 5. Hard to find because it was out. It was, you had to go through all those tunnels.
Yeah, there were only 2 ways up there. There was either the Darunia tunnels, which you took, or the River Devil also led up there. Countess did 5 early and found the flute, and that's how he got up there.
Ended up finding it not because I was looking for it, just because Palace 5 was being an idiot and sending me everywhere I didn't want to go.
Yeah, that was one of the longer Palace 5s that I've seen. Both of you guys had a little bit of trouble navigating through it.
It was awful, but at least you take comfort and like, oh well, at least he's probably dealing with the same, you know?
Well, we've got Countess on Thunderbird right now. Looks like he's got about...
I forgot to check the standings. You're like what, 3-0 or 2-1 or something?
Me? Yeah, I went 3-1.
3-1, yeah, good for you. Got a room named after you, and I was telling Eon I'm trying to move in too. I want a room named after me, so I don't know what else I can do in Great Palace.
Well, there's 57 rooms in Great Palace, you know.
I know.
One of them, I'm sure you'll find some space to set up shop in there.
Yeah, and I want to move in there.
Yeah, you could get a room in Palace 6 like BGT has.
The Canadian hole, or which room is that?
No, BGT's room is the lava room with the flying unicorn heads.
Oh yeah. Is that the one with not the lava pit, the one with that's blocked on both sides by hammer blocks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think Riku player also has a room in P6.
Oh, but he's a new player. How did he get his room so fast?
He either did
My
something
application
really
too.
incredible or something really dumb. That's how we all get our rooms.
It was a lot of game overing in that room right before the Barba fight.
He's got a lot of heart. I was watching his first runs, and he was posting 5-hour runs, you know, and I thought, my God, the guy just doesn't give up, you know. I'm so glad he's in the tournament.
Yeah. I think we all started out like that. I remember the early days of the randomizer when it was like, oh wow, you did it in under 3 hours. That's impressive.
Yeah. Under 3, I was never playing online with it. Like, I was playing by myself locally, and Not until I got better did I start racing and stuff.
Yeah, well, your practice clearly shows you did really great in this particular race, man. So congratulations again on winning there.
Textbook. I went through all the caves I was supposed to. I never found the second P-bag cave in the East Continent, but I stopped looking for it when I found my glove. And glove was in oh right, it was in the water tile, I think.
That's right.
Much earlier, if I had, I'm sure. TheCowness probably found it first because you get the boots fast. You get early on. And then if you go east and just walk right, you'll run into the water tile. But I took all the detours and.
Yeah, you both kind of explored east in a similar fashion. You actually found the glove before TheCowness did.
I thought I found it late.
Not too long before. He was maybe a couple minutes after you. He found the ocean tile there.
How about that Death Valley entrance with all the crosses?
I've never seen that before. That was different. I'm not sure if that's something that's meant to happen or if that's something Dig Shake has to look into.
The end of Spartacus when they crucify all the slaves. I'm like, oh my god, this is like an omen of evil, you know?
Yeah.
I was worried it'd be because I've seen an encounter with the fence encounter with the guys who throw potatoes at you in Death Mountain. These like broken encounters, you know?
Yeah, yeah. Potatoes. You know, I always thought they were cookies myself.
Different things. Bad now.
I don't think you can pick what the sword beam is. It just gives you a thing.
You know, I never play around with those. The only one that I like is random tunic color.
I did the sword beams a couple of times. I just find it confusing if you end up like shooting axes or fireballs. It's like, did I cast fire? No. Why are there axes? Is there a Daria throwing them at me? You know?
Up like your collision. Like you think like, how did that not connect? Because you're on top of it.
One option that I do think fun that I wish more people would give a fair shake is randomizing the enemy colors.
Does it still change the palette of the life bar? Because that was confusing.
I don't know. I think the life bar shares a palette with the red enemies inside.
Orange
palaces.
is obviously shared across items and you know, and life. And orange enemies and red enemies, and so that's why it behaves like that.
Yeah, I don't think it's possible to separate the two different palettes. You'd probably have to change the whole way that all the colors and stuff are coded in the game to do that.
Last box is a sprite, and it's obviously based on the amount of your HP.
Well, Dig Shake seems to know what he's talking about, so we'll go with that.
Yeah. Do we have a confirmed number of entrants in the super race? That's gonna.
I believe it was 13, but I could be off.
I was just trying to be nice, Dig. That's all I was doing, man. But you went and ruined it. For yourself. And I guess for me, kind of. We got Dark Link. TheCowness gonna finish this thing off here.
Many holes after Thunderbird, I was a bit worried that it was going to send me back to the entrance.
Yeah, there's always a real worry about something like that, but it really didn't seem like either of you really had any decisions to make at that point. It was just, oh, this is a dead end, better go down the hole, better go down the hole.
Yeah. And I hate that room. You know the one with you get dropped in the room that's left, right? With the fireballs.
Oh yes, yes. That's always an uncomfortable room to fall into.
And then I went right, and it was the Eon drop. And then I didn't take it because I was too worried, and I went right, and it was a dead end. And then I went and took the Eon drop, and I thought, what if I was supposed to go left at that screen after? And I thought if I get sent back, that's the first thing I'm gonna check is that left there. But sometimes it just ends up being the life.
Hmm.
We'll see if the TheCowness wants
is
to come
officially done there. Is he coming in here?
We can offer it to him.
I hope he does. He's doing a 12-hour tournament this weekend, and I wanted to ask him about it.
Yeah, I saw that on his stream. His username was 12 hours, so...
Some sort of event going on for him, at the very least.
Hannes wanted to race me on Sunday night, and I was dead tired. I spent the day at the beach with my kids, and I'm like, oh my god. I'll probably lose if I race now. I think he wanted to get the tournament out of the way and focus on the 12-hour thing.
I haven't heard anything from him, but it looks like he's at his computer, so we'll see what's going on.
I just saw him wander off on his webcam. Don't blame him, I usually need to stand up for a few minutes after a race myself. We can always see if he wants to chat when he gets back there. Unless we're pressed for time for another race coming up, I don't know, maybe?
Isn't this the last one?
Yeah, this is the last one for the evening, and then there's just a group race going on after this. So.
Oh, okay.
Anybody who wants to stick around for interviews, feel free to. People who want to set up for a race, go ahead. I linked the race room in chat, so feel free to join that channel.
Right on, right on.
So this puts you at 2-2, which means you're racing this weekend?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a tough road to go.
If I got my first two losses were they were heartbreaking losses. 3 minutes to Error and 3 minutes to Shiner. And you know, it just shows the level of the players, and it can really swing both ways.
And now we got TheCowness here with us. How you doing? I see him. I don't hear him though.
There we go.
Hey.
Hello.
So what
Actually heard the mute button go.
What you think of that Valley of Death?
That was different. I don't know why that happened. That was pretty confusing when I saw that from the north.
So
I did see it from the north too.
A big part of this match came down to Magic 6 versus Magic 5.
Yeah, I screwed up a lot of my levels. I burned 3 gems and didn't get anything out of them.
I think, I could be wrong, but it looked like you were very close to be able to get attack 6, or attack 7 out of Barbara kill. I don't know how close you were to it though. Because she did give 1,000.
So. Yeah, I think that gave me I think that like barely put me over like I think I needed like 1700 or so for the life level, and then it was like 3300 for the attack. So I don't think it was that close, but I definitely wasn't gonna go grind for it.
No, I don't blame you for that immediately, but it did end up having to make you grind.
Yeah.
Cool ended up finding the Rebo that was blocking a magic container in 6.
Ah.
So
yeah, I only had one magic container.
He
I
also
almost up 8, and I thought I'm a little short on magic, so maybe I'll take a chance, you know?
He also ended up at 867, so he was able to cast it regardless.
Yeah, not a single risk that I took in this seed paid off for me.
Yeah, you went early Maze Island and you didn't get anything out of that.
Yeah.
I think I went in early Maze Island as well. I got the child in the cross.
Oh, he was on Maze Island at like 15 minutes in. He got that raft and beelined his way over there.
Yeah, I did Palace 1 first, but I had that done by 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Same thing. But I'm looking at your items, and we have all the exact same items, so we must have played it very similarly, you know?
Yeah, it was a good match. It was really close.
Yeah, I'm thinking Palace 5 must have lost me more time than I thought, because I didn't think I was so far behind, and then I started looking at my timer after I was done in there, and it was pretty bad. But I didn't think I gamed over too much, so maybe I just had a bad path in there, I don't know.
Yeah,
I'll have to check the VOD on that
Palace
one.
5 was just a little bit of a troll, you know, like sending you the first right would send you really deep in. I think even gave you the item,
Yeah.
which you probably, I don't know if you used that. I didn't use the flute or the plunger, you know.
I felt like it was required, but I must have missed a cave, because I used it to get up to Palace 6. So there must have been a cave
So
up
I didn't
there.
even know that it connects, because there was a cave that's right below Old Kasuto that connects.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually didn't have, I never went through any of the tunnels in the eastern continent, so I figured, like, I was hoping that you didn't pick up the flute, and that if it did lead somewhere, like, if you needed to go through a cave to get up there, it might take a while to do that.
Loot required is extremely rare, so I didn't think it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you guys were actually in Nibiru at the exact same time. So it was interesting. One came in from the other side, and the other uses a flute to get there, but a lot to sync happened this entire race. It was a good back and forth. And like I said, it really did come down to just not having the magic to cast Thunder.
Yeah.
I mean, you may have still lost, but it wouldn't have been 15 minutes. It may have been less than 5.
I was really surprised when he finished, because that was a 112, and I was expecting to have, like, you know, like at least 10 more minutes to go, but
Oh well.
if I didn't game
I,
over,
don't know, I thought you were really close behind me. I was worried.
Yeah, great game by both you guys. So, cool one to ask you about this weekend, your 12-hour challenge.
And which
Yeah,
game did you pick?
I'm not 100% fixed on one. I was going to do Zelda 2 all keys if I won this match and got into the placement thing, but now I'm kind of on the fence again. Because I was wanting to pick something that was like really short, because all the games I've done for it so far were longer games, and I only fit in like one run before I drop the game and just never touch it again. So I kind of wanted something shorter that I actually grind out. So we'll see. I might change my mind.
Which other games are you thinking about?
I don't know. I didn't really have any in mind. I was putting that off. I've just been kind of focused on practicing for this.
Straight or 6 hours on Saturday, 6 hours on Sunday?
Yeah. I think usually I've just done the whole 12-hour session in one day. I know there's at least one that I broke up though. But I've been doing longer games, like I did Majora's Mask any percent once, and that was like I did, I think, one full run and never even finished it. And other games that take like, 3 or 4 hours for a full run. So it might be interesting to get something where I could get like, numerous attempts in and actually get good at it before I drop it.
Right.
Well, it looks like they're going to be starting up another race. It's not a tournament race. It's just a for fun race. I can link you the room that they're in if you wanted to join.
I gotta go to bed.
Me too. So
Yeah, same here.
good race, you guys. Thanks for hanging out.
Yes,
Thanks for
see you around.
commentating and restreaming and all that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Jackie.
Yeah, Jackamus headed out. He was having some mic issues, and I don't think he wanted to get it on
This
stream
Dark
anymore.
Magician?
Yeah, this is Dark Magician.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you sounded so familiar.
But good luck in the rest of the tournament, Cool. Good luck with your 12-hour challenge, Cowness.
Yep. Okay, see you around, guys.
And that's going to do it for us tonight. Like I said, there's going to be a casual race going on.